Do you know that your blind spots are costing you? Most people don't know they have blind spots or what they are. If they did, they wouldn't be called blind spots. That's what makes them so dangerous. They're the things that we don't see about ourselves, our thinking, or our situation that quietly influence the decisions that we make. And sometimes they cost us far more than we realize. Assuming that intelligence eliminates blind spots is a mistake. I've worked with intelligent, successful people, business owners, executives, entrepreneurs, and leaders. People who have accomplished far more than the average person. They all have blind spots, and so do I. This isn't about intelligence, it's about perspective. None of us can see everything. Think about driving a car. You have mirrors for a reason. Not because you're a bad driver, but because there are areas you simply can't see from where you're sitting. Life works the same way, but we first have to admit that there are things we can't see on our own. The mirror in a car usually says objects in mirror are closer than they appear. Sometimes our experiences are like this when they become blind spots. Just because we're used to doing something a certain way, we stop questioning whether it's still the best way. Experience is valuable, but experience can also make us overlook the best options. When something has worked for years, it's easy to assume it will always work. But markets change, people change, families change, your season of life changes. And what worked 5 years ago may not be the right decision today. Our strengths can even become blind spots. Someone who's decisive may move too quickly. Someone who's analytical may overthink. Someone who's compassionate may avoid necessary conflict. And someone who's confident may stop asking questions. The very qualities that help us succeed can begin to work against us if we're not paying attention. Here's another one: assumptions. We all make them. We assume we know why someone acted the way they did, that we understand a situation, or we have all the information. Sometimes we're right, but sometimes we're completely wrong. If we make decisions based on assumptions, do we realize that's what we're doing? Pressure, fear, disappointment, pride, or past hurts can become emotional blind spots. None of these automatically make us bad decision makers, but they do affect how we interpret what we're seeing. They change how we evaluate risk. They change what we notice. And sometimes they keep us from seeing what's right in front of us. I help my clients in their situation when their assessment is incomplete. It keeps us asking better questions. It keeps us from assuming we've already figured everything out. I like looking at every major area of life because behind those are usually blind spots that rarely stay in one area. Someone may think they have a business problem, and the real issue could be exhaustion. Someone might think they have financial problems. The real issue is their priorities may not be in order. And someone else might think they have a relationship problem when really they have poor communication skills. The visible problem isn't always the actual problem. That's why I encourage people to step back before making an important decision. Ask yourself, what am I not seeing? Who can objectively challenge my thinking? And am I open to constructive feedback? What assumptions am I making? Those questions don't make you weak, they make you wiser. Become aware that you have blind spots. Because if you assume you see everything clearly without feedback, your blind spots might be making decisions for you. Decisions that can cost you something of value.